Scorpio, hi. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at the current energies for the first week of February for the Scorpio Collective, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and any placements that you have Scorpio placed strongly in your chart. For example, if you have a lot of planets residing in your eighth house, that would be your Scorpio house. So this could apply to that. So it really pays to know your birth chart. However, if you do not know your birth chart, that's fine too. And if you are just like Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, this will be for you. Or also someone who may be dealing with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or strong placements in the chart, cross-watcher. This could be for you as well. I trust that if the title has caught your attention and brought you here, that there's something here for you that you can take away from this reading here today. So what we're going to be doing is looking at the current energies, as I said. We're going to see how you are showing up in those energies, how the universe or spirit or God, Allah, Buddha, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same thing, how it wants you to show up in these energies. And also, finally, we will be looking at what is the point? Like, what is the lesson that these energies are trying to teach you? So we'll go ahead and get started with the reading. Current energies for Scorpio. Current energies, please show me the current energies for Scorpio Collective. Thank you. I hope you're having a wonderful day, wonderful week. And if not, then I hope that this reading helps to give you some clarity so that you can move forward and make the best of these energies that you are dealing with. So the energies that are showing up for you is the Six of Pentacles, equal balances, shared opportunities. The way you're showing up in this energy is the Page of Cups, little heart opening there. The way the universe is wanting you to show up is the Ace of Wands. And the reason why, the whole point of these energies or the lesson that you are supposed to be learning right now is Judgment. So Judgment is a Scorpio card. It's the only major arcana so far that we have on the board. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. So you may be dealing with some kind of block in your life, possibly pertaining to work, finances, things like that. Looks like you are showing up very open with the Page of Cups, quite innocent, very optimistic, I would say, and that's what I'm picking up there with that card. And the way that the universe is wanting you to show up is the Ace of Wands, which is like a new opportunity for passionate action. It's so vast, the Ace of Wands, but it is very passionate. It could also deal with sexual energy as well. So we'll be clarifying these to try to, see more into what's actually going on. But right now, as we have the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck, this could be dealing with some kind of impasse, some kind of stalemate, some kind of block that you're experiencing on either an intellectual level or possibly like in some kind of communication type scenario. The thing I like about the Two of Wands as well is that, the person is looking there, they have two choices, they're exactly alike, and they don't know which way to choose. So it kind of creates this indecision. But the point of the Two of Swords, I think, did I say Two of Wands a minute ago? I meant the Two of Swords. The point of it is to find a third way, right? Saying that there is really like these two options are just not doable, right? They're not satisfying this whatever it is, that we don't see the path forward. So we need to kind of find a third option. So that's very interesting to start the reading that way. Right now, we're going to go ahead and clarify the current energies of the Six of Pentacles, which is about creating equal balances, receiving your due. It could also be maybe, even like receiving charity or donation or giving of those, either charity or donation. But let's go ahead and clarify the Six of Wands, sorry, Six of Pentacles for Scorpio, please. Spirit, please show me the Six of Pentacles for Scorpio, please. And this card that the deck that I'm using here is the Dungeons and Dragons deck. It's a beautiful deck. But it's almost like when I'm looking at the image on the card, it has these people here. And it's almost like it gives me this feeling like they're expecting something. So maybe you have some people that are expecting something from you of like a monetary fashion or possibly, any type of resource. A pentacle is not just money. It can be money, but it's not just money. It's our resources, our time, our energy, our effort. So it looks to me like these people are expecting something from you. Or it could be the other way around. You could be expecting something from these people, but I'm really picking up that they're expecting something from you. They're expecting you to share something with them. But we'll see if that is something you really want to do. Let's go ahead and clarify the Six of Pentacles, please. Please show me. Six of Pentacles for Scorpio, for the beautiful Scorpio Collective. Let's do one more shuffle, please, Spirit. Thank you. Clarifying the Six of Pentacles for the Scorpio Collective. Okay, and right away, I like to look at the bottom of the deck, and we have Judgment again. So this Judgment times two, because we have Judgment as the lesson as well. So this is definitely dealing with like making a correct judgment call. It may be that, Spirit is requiring you to make some sort of judgment, some sort of decision in your life, that leads you to a higher state, like a higher enlightenment or just a better state overall around physically, spiritually, mentally. I'm going to side a little bit more with the physical side of it, with the 3D reality side of this, because we do have the Six of Pentacles here. So let's go ahead and see what else the cards can clarify. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups clarifying with the World and the Ace of Pentacles. So right away, I'm seeing with that Knight of Cups, I'm seeing that you're open to something. There's, the Knight of Cups is a romantic dreamer. He moves forward. He moves towards his dreams. He's a lover, not a fighter. But something is closed out with that. Like you're no longer fantasizing about this. I feel like these people owe you something here. Like you're no longer fantasizing, you're no longer wishing. You're like with this the world card, you're kind of closing that cycle out of, being optimistic, and you're going towards this Ace of Pentacles. So you're kind of like, look, I'm tired of hearing like the song and dance, just pay me. That's really what I'm getting. Like, I don't want to hear like all these stories, and I'm not going to fantasize and wish and hope that you pay me. Like, I've done this work, you owe me. Um, or it's the other way around. It could be these people are like, look, we've given you this opportunity. Now it's time for you to perform or to do something for us. Um, but I'm really feeling like this is more or less, this is you saying, look, you know, things need to be fair here. And I'm stepping out of this dreamy, fantasizing, romanticizing type energy. I'm making a judgment call. I'm closing out that cycle of you know, waiting and hoping that things are fair. And I'm insisting that they are fair. If this is my opportunity, then give it to me. There needs to be fairness. There needs to be an equal balance here. And it's something that you do very well. I'm feeling as well. Like the opportunity is yours. Like you could totally just go ahead and do this, but you want to make sure that it's fair before you do, because there's something here about not over idealizing this, like see through any illusions, like don't have a fantasy about this. See it for what it really is and make sure that things are balanced, that you're getting your just dues with this Ace of Pentacles, because the offer is yours. It's owed to you. That's what I'm picking up with that. So this energy that you're showing up in, or the way that you're showing up towards this energy, is the Page of Cups, which is going along with that Knight of Cups, which is that beautiful, loving, heart open energy. Like you're really showing up very beautifully in your heart, and very, wanting to be open to these other people. You want to, but you've kind of dialed it back. Like, you have to dial it back from the Knight to the Page just a little bit, right? The Page could also be an apology, but I don't really feel like you need to apologize for anything. You're just showing up very, innocently open, which is kind of weird to say to a Scorpio. So this could be leaning more towards this cross-watcher. Not to say that Scorpios aren't innocent, but they are just born very wise. Like they instantly have that innate emotional mastery that so many people don't have, but it's learned the hard way for sure. Either whether, in this life or past lives, kind of come in, from life to life in that energy. If you have Scorpio dominant, you don't even have to be a Scorpio sun. You could just have a lot of planets in your eighth house. You could have like South Node in the eighth house, and that would be like a very emotionally wise type of energy, which could also be turned around, to be emotionally manipulative. But I'm not picking that up as at all in this reading. If anything, I feel like people are expecting from you, but you're like, okay, what do I get out of it? I have a beautiful heart. I'm beautiful. I know I am. But, things need to be fair. Whereas, I need to get my share as well. Other words, it's not all about you. You know, um, not meaning like not all about you, but not all about them, right? So let's see this Page of Wands or Page of Cups. Let's go ahead. I don't know why I keep trying to bring in the wands in here, but let's go ahead and clarify that some more. Clarify the Page of Cups, please. Page of Cups for Scorpio. Please show me the Page of Cups. Please show me the Page of Cups for Scorpio Collective. Thank you. And two, like, you have the Judgment twice. So, that's saying that definitely like you're coming to your senses in some kind of way here over a opportunity, possibly for work. And at the bottom of the deck, clarifying the Page of Cups, we have the Six of Swords. So the Six of Swords is like a energy of moving on, like getting over it, like moving from a difficult situation, out of the chaos, out of the fray, into something more calm, more smooth. That's kind of strange to be coming up under this energy of the Page of Cups. So let's see what else we have to clarify that Page of Cups for us. So again, we have the Judgment. So we now on the table, I use multiple decks because I like to see things like this. I like to see the repeating patterns. So we now have the Judgment 4 times. And that's a Scorpio card. So you're very much so showing up in your own reading here. And you're like saying like the ball is in your court. We have the Hermit, okay? And we have the eight, no, the King of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is something that definitely is concerning your own stability. The King of Pentacles is very practical, very stable. He likes to claim things. He likes to build, he likes to have a strong foundation, like, strong structure. And coming out, I mean, that's a lot. That is a lot coming out from a Page of Cups. I wasn't expecting all of that. So we have the Six of Swords is moving yourself. I feel this is telling us that it's moving you out of that more innocent. Maybe you're kind of a young person. It could signify, yeah, that you're more of a younger person, and you're just now starting to learn maybe to protect your heart more, and that not everybody has your best interests in mind. You want to trust people, but you also have to kind of use discernment with the Hermit and the Judgment card here, and the King of Pentacles. Like, you need to make sure that it's benefiting you, because there's something about this where these people who are expecting something from you, like they don't seem to have the best intentions here, and it's causing you to be blocked, to feel that Two of Swords, that impasse, stalemate type energy, and wanting to close out the cycle of leading through your heart, and maybe bringing more heart mind coherence, because at the end of the day, you want to be this King of Pentacles, um, stable, secure in your foundation, financially, physically, in the 3D reality. You want to see tangible results. You don't want the fantasy. You don't want somebody just blowing smoke up your, wazoo here, and, not being truthful to you, not being fair. Fairness is a big deal here. It is the energy, that Six of Pentacles is the energy that you're dealing with, and you want to keep an open heart to it, but at the same time, like maybe in the back of your mind, somewhere deep within, with that Hermit, you're also like, I'm gonna be very cautious here as well, because this concerns my foundation, my stability, because that's what the King of Pentacles is concerned with. And the Hermit, he goes within. His power is within. He goes away on like a dark night of the soul. He finds power in solitude, in isolation, just him in spirit. So that's what I definitely see you doing, that. Like, even with that Page of Cups, you could be deciding, if you are more mature, and you're not such a young energy. Maybe you're like, oh, this reading isn't for me because I'm not a young person. It doesn't matter how old you are. This could also be like you deciding to go into the wisdom of your own heart with that Hermit and that Judgment call. That's absolutely beautiful that that's actually coming out. That's really, 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 really nice energy there for you. It's very stable, it's very grounded, and it's definitely a good place to be, because you don't want to be wide open. You don't want everybody to take advantage of you. You want to be able to trust first and foremost yourself. So how do you do that? You get to know yourself, and by going into your own energy and understanding your own energy and your own frequency, and keeping that regulated, and not letting anybody take advantage of that because they see you as, somebody that they get to take advantage of. Unfortunately, there are people out there like that. So let's go ahead and clarify. So Spirit wants you to show up as the Ace of Wands energy. which again is like, as I'm looking at the image on the card, you'll see the guy, he's in a solitude space, and all the energy is swirling around him. It's emanating from his heart, So like spirit, I definitely think that you are right on track with what spirit is urging you to do here. Definitely, like working with your own internal magic is what I'm getting with that card. Let's go ahead and clarify the Ace of Wands, please. Show me the Ace of Wands for Scorpio Collective. Please show me the Ace of Wands for the Scorpio Collective. Thank you. And we have the Emperor, the bottom of the deck. That's King Haggard from The Last Unicorn. If you've never seen the movie The Last Unicorn, I highly recommend it. It's a wonderful, wonderful movie. So much so that I got the tarot deck. So let's see. So the Emperor, like the Emperor and the Empress, they're VIP energies, right? They own, they take extreme ownership over their everything in their life, their foundation, their empire, right? So we have the emperor here. So that tells me that you know how to take charge. You know how to grab a hold of the opportunities that are available uh, to have authority over your own life. And the Ace of Wands is being clarified by the Five of Wands, the King of Wands. It's a lot of fire, and the Eight of Swords. So yeah, so we have the Five of Wands, the King of Wands, the Eight of Swords. So what I'm a bit concerned about is this Eight of Swords here. So that is going to speak to being mentally, like feeling mentally trapped, like trapped inside of your own mind. Um, the Five of Wands here is competition, fighting. This could be people that are trying to argue with you. And the King of Wands is another one. I call him kind of pre-emperor energy because he likes to take charge as well. He likes to move forward. He can be very serious. He's very passionate about what he does. He's the one that like acts first, thinks later, right? So he's a very active king, whereas most, as active as a king can be, because most of the kings, they kind of sit on their thrones, right? They're not, it's the knights that do the action. But I feel like the King of Wands is a very active king. And he's actually telling us here that, whatever mental traps you feel like you're in, you know the way out. The Eight of Swords is always like that energy that we think that we don't have, that we don't know the way to go, but we actually do. That we actually have several. We think we don't have any options, but we actually have several options. We may actually have so many options that it's making us feel like we're caged in because we can't make the decision. So this is telling me that the fighting, I feel like with the Five of Wands is more internal as far as like activating, like you're kind of fighting with yourself, trying to activate that King of Wands and move forward. And it's putting you in this kind of caged in, like mental trapped place. And again, like, spirit is urging you like to keep doing what you're doing, keep going within your wisdom. All of the answers are inside of yourself. So with this Ace of Wands as well, I don't know if you meditate or not, but it's definitely something that would be good for you to start to pick up, meditate, start to really master your own energy, because you can move worlds with your own thoughts, with your own energies. You can create new worlds and new universes through meditation. It's a very, very powerful tool. So I think you're right on track as far as going within, going inside of your own heart for the answers. But maybe, Spirit is kind of urging you to maybe spend a little bit more time doing that every chance you get. Like you could be in meditation, you could be in meditation 24/7, 365, honestly. Like once you start to meditate, um, like a lot of people, oh, I meditated today. Maybe they meditated for like 10 minutes, 30 minutes or something. But when you become an avid meditator, you actually never come out of meditation. You realize that your whole life is a meditation. But if you're just starting out, then yeah, 10 minutes can be good, 30 minutes can be good, but you can always do more. There's always another level to that meditation. And like anything, also, like any activity can be a meditation. Your exercise can be a meditation. Somebody rock climbing can be in meditation mode. So definitely start to explore that because I think it's going to be very, very powerful for you to explore that and go even deeper. Even if you think, if you're like, oh, you know what, chick, I meditate every day. Like I'm a master meditator. Like you always, there's always another level. You can still go deeper. So just do more of it, you know, push yourself. Don't be afraid to push yourself with stuff like that. You never really know your own power until you go deep within and activate it. So let's go ahead and see this judgment. This is the whole point of the reading, the whole point of the energy of why you are in this or experiencing this energy in the first place. This is the lesson. Please show me judgment. Let's see that judgment, please. One more shuffle. Thank you. Once again, judgment is like making a judgment call. Traditionally, it's a bunch of people coming up out of a casket, but as I said, this is the Dungeon and Dragons version of Judgment. And you can see this guy is like he's walking out of that door like in his full power. Like he is a force to be reckoned with. So that's where Spirit is saying that you should be. On the bottom of the deck, to clarify judgment, we have the Ace of Swords, and so that's the truth. Anytime the aces show up in a reading, depending on what they're coming up in context with, they're just saying that's the truth. Like what I just said is the truth. Like you are literally walking into your power and you are a force to be reckoned with. You just may not know it yet. Because clarifying this judgment card, we have the Four of Swords, which is somebody who's recovering from heartbreak, meditating as well. We have the Queen of Cups, a naturally loving person. So we have the Page, the Knight, and the Queen of Cups here. The only thing that we're missing is your energy, which would be the King of Cups, which would be that emotional mastery, what I was speaking about earlier. So we have the Page of Cups who is opening up in a loving, learning to open the heart. We have the Knight of Cups who is that dreamy lover, not a fighter, who's moving forward in love and, also like finding the map of the heart. And then we have the Mother of Cups or the Queen of Cups. And this card it's called the Mother of Cups, but she is the Queen, and which signifies, emotional availability and naturally loving. And then we have the Six of Cups. Scorpio, this is so beautiful, all tied in with the Ace of Swords here. This is absolutely beautiful. So you've probably experienced some kind of heartbreak, some kind of something that set you back because the Four of Swords comes out after the three, right? And if you know anything about tarot, then you know the Three of Swords is sorrow, it's heartbreak. But look at this, we have the Queen and the Six of Cups, which is speaking of like past life relationships, things like that, soul bonds. We have tons of those. There's nothing special. Like pretty much everybody in your life, you've had past lives with. So it's like, don't think, oh, I think I had a past life. Yeah, you did. You had a past life with this person, and probably with these people, honestly. Um, and it's time for you to walk in your power, though. It's time for you to really show up as your full Scorpio self. And that's absolutely beautiful. You are taking a period of rest right now with the Four of Swords, but you still like your heart is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger in the process and stronger. And you're looking for that real true soul tie type relationships. Like you don't want any petty relationships in your life. Like even, and it doesn't have to be love relationships, anything. It could be friendship, it could be acquaintances. um, you're just, you want the real deal. You're not settling for anything that's mediocre anymore. And like if you're owed something by these people, then they're going to have to give it up, or else you're just not going to deal with them anymore because you are moving so far past that. Let's go ahead and get you some advice, and then we will close out this reading. Because I mean, overall, I mean, this is just so beautiful and so complete. You're showing up with this gorgeous heart. Whether you are Scorpio, whether maybe you're cross-watching for Scorpio, maybe you're dealing with a Scorpio. That's another thing that could be, happening here. But we do have Scorpio showing up 4 times with the Judgment card. So, very, very strong Scorpio energy showing up here today. Very nice. Can I get some advice, please, for Scorpio? Some advice? Please show me some advice for Scorpio. What they're dealing with, these energies, some final advice. Thank you. And we have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So that is kind of going, she's not the most loving queen. Um, she deals with the truth. She wields the sword of truth. She is has mastered the sword suit, right? Which is, if you know anything about tarot, it's a very difficult, the most difficult suit of the swords. She's mentally she's mentally sharp. She's mentally aware. She kind of has been hurt, so she kind of keeps her heart kind of locked up, which I don't see you doing that. Maybe she's showing up though, because maybe you do need to be more discerning with your heart. You do need to be more cautious with your heart. Like, don't just give it to everybody, because like these beautiful loving energies are showing up. It's like you just want to love, right? But sometimes, we need to have discernment and make sure that the people that we're giving our love to, that they actually deserve it. So I think that that's what she's trying to say here to you. Your advice is the Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is going to be, again, that's the sword suit that I was talking about. The Five of Swords is going to be speaking of somebody who's trying to win at all cost. But in this particular Five of Swords, this is the Mermaid deck, you can see that these children, what have happened is they found these swords in the water, like mortals or humans have dropped these swords carelessly into the water, and these kids, these mermaid kids, have picked it up, and they thought that it was all harmless, they were just having fun and playing, but now one of them has gotten hurt. Okay, so this is telling me that it's coming up with the Two of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. It's showing that you are already strong and powerful on your own. Like you have a lot to offer. You've cultivated a certain type of independence in your life, in your own self, and you're wanting to share that with somebody. You know, you're wanting to share that either with partnership or maybe with these people that we were talking about in the beginning of the reading. Um, and it's possible too, like that you just need to kind of share share your thoughts with these people. Like you need to just literally like talk to them, because that's, something that the Queen of Swords could be saying too. Like you need to communicate with them the thing, like your standards, your values, things that you're expecting to get out of this deal. Because it's possible that they don't even know that they're hurting you. They didn't even mean to do it, right? Like because they're just, there's a miscommunication going on or something. And they, if you just talk to them and tell them, look, this is the way it has to be, or I'm out, or, but you don't have to be like that. You can just probably just express what you expect to get out of it. And they will probably want to make it work with you because you are, you are worthy. You are already a stand-up person, like on your own. They want to work with you. That's what I'm getting from this advice here. So that's your reading, Scorpio. I hope that this helped and for you to get through and navigate these energies for the week. And just take care. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week whenever you're seeing this reading. And until next time, I look forward to reading for you again. Okay, so take care. Bye bye. Thank you.